Hello, welcome back. I'm Scott.
And I'm Allison.
And we are Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. Today, we're at Honor Cafe here in Texas. Let's go in and check it out. We're here at Honor's Cafe with one of the owners, Chris Sadler. He is also a Marine, so let me first ask you, tell us a little bit about your Marine Corps experience.
I enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1990. I went out of high school, went to the Marine Corps,
Nice.
and started out had a really good recruiter who didn't want me to do a lot of things that I wanted to do.
You don't hear that very often. You had a good recruiter.
You know what? I had two cousins who were infantry. They were both 03s, and they were telling me, stay with the division, you'll see the world. And I did really well on my testing, and there was a couple of positions. I mean, he offered me a position of red-eye gunner, which was the gunner on a Cobra back then, was an enlisted position, and air traffic controller, a couple of other things. I told him, I want to be a grunt. I want to be a machine gunner. And he was like, you're a big kid, they're going to wear you out. And we came to an agreement on comm. And so I went in as a 2531, which put me right in the division, just a battery-powered grunt instead of just a grunt.
Right.
And did really well, and was able to pick up 3 other MOSs, which allowed me to do something in the Marine Corps, which is pretty unheard of, which is be TAD to other units that needed me.
Wow.
And so I moved from the West Coast, started on the West Coast, and then moved to the East Coast, to Lejeune, and spent 6 years deploying out of Lejeune with 2nd Marines, either with 2-4 or 2-6.
Very cool. So you went in 90, did you just do 4?
97, got out in 97.
Got out in 97, okay.
Yep.
Did a little over, or did 7 years, that's good. Honor's Cafe, what we know of it and what you guys can see on the walls is it's very driven towards the veterans. Right. And helping in your community.
Sure.
Can you tell us about where the thought process came from, how this became what it is now?
I'm gonna date myself because I'm gonna use a line out of the Blues Brothers. Okay. Which, if you remember, when they got started, they said we're on a mission from God, and this is a mission from God.
Awesome.
God wanted this place to happen, and once I relented to God's will and decided, okay, I'll do this, because I didn't want to be in the restaurant industry. I'm in the defense industry.
Don't blame me.
I own a defense contracting company, and I was like, I don't really want to do that, but this needed to be done. This project needed to be put together. I sold my portion of the business in 2017, which freed up time and a lot of capacity, and I was through a lot of prayer to my wife. I said, I think we're going to do this. And of course, my wife has, when she was in school, she worked in the food industry as a waitress, and then ultimately as a bartender. And she said, you don't have any idea what you're talking about. We're not going to do that. And I said, we are going to do that. And it came down to a pretty big argument.
Oh no!
And where I told her, you'll never have to work there ever in your life, so don't worry about it. Well, we opened July 13th, which is her birthday. And the first day we opened, we did 256 plates.
Wow.
For lunch. And our food expediter freaked out in the middle of that process and quit. And so my wife went and got a t-shirt out of the shop and stepped in. So not only did she work here, but she worked here on her birthday on the first day we opened. And
after
so
you promised her she would
all
work.
all the lies.
That's great.
So.
Oh, that's funny. So you were telling us a story about getting to meet some other Marines and other service members. Can you tell us a story or two about since you've been working here?
It's a special place, and like I told you guys, I'm supposed to be doing a lot of other things and running some other businesses, and I find myself here all the time, and a lot of it's selfish because it's just something amazing happens here every day, and I'm scared to miss it, and it's just. And it may be a Gold Star mother coming in and asking us to display something. It may be, Blue Star mothers coming in and having a meeting and talking about their kids who are deployed, and me hearing and being able to help, or just listening to what they're going through and being able to offer any kind of assistance. And it could be a Vietnam veteran coming in here, and our Vietnam veterans, it's the same story over and over again. And even though we've only been open for about 9 months, I'm telling you, I've been through this 1,000 times already. Our Vietnam veterans, they come in and they're really quiet, and they're a little standoffish, and maybe the second time, and I'll see them and I'll talk to them and they'll tell me the same story, right? I showed up at a civilian airport and someone either spit on me or someone cussed me out,
Yep.
and I went into a restroom and they either had things to change into, or they went and they bought a tracksuit or something,
Yeah.
and they changed out of their uniform, and most of them never put it back on. In
Right.
fact, some of them said they left it in the trash. And and then about the third time they come here, we get them out of their shell a little bit when they know that we stand on their shoulders. We are happy. We welcome them home in the way
Right.
that they should be welcomed home, the way that they should have been welcomed home when they first
Long
came
ago.
home. And
Absolutely.
that's a major mission of this place, is to thank Vietnam veterans. And so, typically takes 3 or 4 visits, but on their 4th visit, then we can't get them to be quiet. And
Right.
we
Then
got
their family.
exactly. Well, I mean, they understand this is a safe place,
Right.
and that this is a supportive place, and there's people here that love them, and that's important. And we do that for all veterans and for all families. But there's special parts of our heart that we want to really make sure that we do a good job with. And Vietnam veterans is one of those efforts that we want to make sure that we're in the right place all the time.
That's great.
So, where did you get all of this memorabilia? We have some footage that will show of everything that you've collected here.
So, I've always been, as a person whose family is military and law enforcement, I've always collected military, paraphernalia of some sorts, and I've started a collection and then gained stuff from even my own family, obviously, and from my own experiences. And then I'm a guy that will. My wife likes to go to antique shops, and if I see anything military that's genuine, I'm the guy that doesn't leave it there, because I don't think those things belong in those places. And,
Right.
I mean, I'm happy that, and my wife is also a garage seller, and I can't tell you the treasures that we've come through in a garage sale where a family is selling off something. And, I'll tell you a story real quickly. My wife saw a garage sale. We were coming in, we live in Montgomery, we're coming into Conroe, and she saw a garage sale, and I said, if we have time, we'll go over there. And I wasn't really excited about it, but the house was way off the road, and the way that it's right off 105, which is a major, thoroughfare here through both Montgomery and Conroe. And it was up off the road, and it dead end. The whole road dead end right there, and I was kind of interested in what was back there, just to see. So I was like, all right. So we did our errands, and we went back, and we went in there, and of course she's looking for pots and plants, and apparently the family had sold this home, and it was going to be bulldozed, and to put a commercial, building project there, and so they were just selling everything. People had ripped mirrors off the walls, and I mean, just the place was trash. So I kind of walked in, and I'm looking around, and there's stuff everywhere. Well, I see the wing of an eagle on the ground, brass eagle. So I pick it up. Well, it was an award given from the local VFW 4709, which I'm a member of the post here, 4709, and it was an award given to a guy who lived in Conroe before he passed away, who was not only on a ship that was torpedoed and sank, the USS Houston. He was a Marine,
Oh, wow.
and the ship sank, and he was one of 3 survivors. But when he came ashore, he was put into a prisoner of war camp. He escaped from 3 of them. And the last one they put him in, he was at the prison camp where they built the bridge over the River Kwai.
Oh, wow.
And so and he survived it, consequently. So, and this was his family, 3 generations passed. And so I found this, and how I figured out all that is I found the eagle, and then I was walking around, and in the bedroom, people had taken drawers out of the dresser and broke the drawers or just thrown them. And I saw a portion of a picture on the ground, and I saw a portion of a Marine Corps, black and white of a Marine Corps cover, And so when I moved stuff off of it, it was the book that the VFW had put together to go with
the award. Oh, wow.
And it has every one of his orders in there. It's got the letter to his parents when the ship was torpedoed and they didn't know if he was alive, and it's got all this stuff in there. So anyway, I take these 2 things. They had set up a couple of tables in the garage, so you just walk up. There was no prices, you just walked up. And I walked up and I said, and the guy said, you gonna buy that? And I said, are you the family? Are you a family member of this person that owned this house? Yeah, this was my, the guy said, this was my great grandfather. He said. And I said, yeah, I'm buying these things. And he goes, well, how much is it worth? He goes, you want the eagle because it's brass? You just want the brass? How much is it worth? And I said, how much do you want for this? And he said, well, how much I said, how much do you want for this? I said, I'm buying these things. What do you want? And so he told me, actually he said he wanted like $2, and I gave him $2, and I walked out of there, and that's not here in the museum, not the museum, in the shop, because it's at my own home in my personal office, and I've told my children that even when I pass, that this will be honored in our family, because this Marine deserves to be honored.
Absolutely.
And I'll make sure that if his family doesn't want to honor him, we're going to honor him. My family will honor him. So it's so valuable to me that it didn't even. I mean, and all this stuff is extremely valuable, but that stayed at the house in my home office, and it's very, very special and a place of great honor from my family. And so we collected a lot of the stuff. We have a mutual aid program with Hearts Veterans Museum. When I was putting this thing together, I went up to Hearts and I told her, I said, I need to know where I can find this and that. And she goes, you found it. And she said, we have so much stuff that we can't display everything. And they have, containers and containers of storage. And so I'm proud to say that anything that we have from the museum was never displayed in the museum. It's stuff that, a family donated. And so we're another venue for things to be displayed from the museum also. But what is important to me is that things are genuine. Yeah. And that this is a genuine experience when you come to the restaurant. That these faces and these all these looks have a story, and it's a real story. It's not some repro, some type of thing made for marketing. This is genuine. And
these are all real people here, guys.
Absolutely.
And he said he likes to have the genuine article. If you've ever been, well, at least in the Marine Corps. If you've ever been in the Marine Corps and walked into supply, and you know what that smell is like, when you walk into the front door, you smell supply here. And like she said, we'll take you around and show you a little more of the stuff that's on the walls here. We've got some tents hanging off the walls, and some flags, and all other kinds of memorabilia here. Chris, I want to thank you for what you do. It's an honor to come here to the Honors Cafe. And by the way, this is our second time here, and they have some really, really good food here. We also picked up coffee last time we were here, and Allison loves that as well. So if you're ever in the Willis, Montgomery, Conroe area, definitely look up Honors Cafe and get over here. Not only for the all the stories and everything here, but also for the great food.
And they are open. Your hours?
We're open Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Friday, we're open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Saturday, open 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. On Sunday, we're open 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So a little bit different each day.
I have to add, I love how whenever we asked how this got started, you said through God. I love that you share your faith. You did that the first day we came in. You told us that it was all God. So I thank you for honoring God in your business first.
It'd be a big problem if I didn't, that's for sure.
All right, Allison, what'd you get?
I got the burger. I don't remember what it's called, but mine looks different than it normally would because I asked for all my veggies and stuff on the side. Normally that would be on this. Last time we were here, I got the same burger, and it was amazing. So I had to get it again.
And I was going to get this last time we were here, but I didn't. I tried the fish tacos instead, but today I got the breakfast burrito, and my two meat choices were bacon and chorizo. Can't wait. Here inside the dining area is a side dining area, like a VIP dining room, and they have this cool GP tent hanging off the ceiling there and making an entrance. So let's go in and see what it looks like inside. More memorabilia in here. There's a banner for the Hearts Veterans Museum that we were at before. Parachute hanging on the wall in the background. One of the most famous pictures. Sailor kissing the girl. So pretty cool little VIP sitting area or eating area. Here is the main dining area. The flags hanging in the middle there, seating. All along the back wall over there is a bunch of veterans information, pictures, all kinds of stories in here, guys. There's the interview with Chris and the tour of the inside of Honors Cafe. This place is doing a lot of good stuff for veterans, a lot of good stuff in the community, guys. If you're ever in the area, come and check out Honor Cafe.
And make sure if Chris is around, you say hello because he's got some stories. There were some tears shed.
Absolutely. Tell him Jarhead and Ginger sent you also. Well, if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. We'll see you next time on
Jarhead and Ginger's Journey. Bye.